All right, friends, it's time. It is time to talk about my journaling ecosystem. I dove headfirst, okay? Like not even 3 weeks ago, I dove headfirst into the journaling and planner world, and this is where we have landed. This is my current journaling planner ecosystem, and so I thought I would share it with you guys and talk about what I am using each of these notebooks for. I've always been a pen and paper girly, and about 4 or 5 years ago, I got into digital planning on my iPad. I loved it. But man, over the last year, I just found myself not using my iPad as much and really just having this urge to get back to pen and paper. And so, the beginning of December, I have had this notebook for about a year. I had bought it in December of 2024. I had written on one page, and a year later, I picked it up again, and I have been writing in this every single day since the beginning of December. So this is what I'm using as my morning page notebook. Also, it's kind of like lightly becoming a little bit of a junk journal. I'm dipping my toes into junk journaling. I don't know that I love it like the extreme of junk journaling, but it has been really fun to just like if I have little receipts or papers or even just to add pictures from little outings. And so this is my morning pages slash kind of a junk journal. I bought this at Barnes and Noble, like I said, a year ago, and I love it. It's the leather cover. Unfortunately, you can't like take the notebook in and out like it's in there. So, but I'm loving this for my morning pages and just kind of my daily morning journaling. This has been just really sweet to use. Next is my Paper Republic. I got this in the olive green color, and you can see it's already starting to patina. It is beautiful. I swapped out the ribbon colors from what it originally came with. I think it came with the red ones, and so I swapped them out for something a little more neutral. I got my year of birth stamped on it. Let's talk about this girl. She is thick. I'm going to show you the notebooks and how I'm using them. All right, so I do just slide my Hobonichi Weeks right in the front when I go to close it up. So let's talk about this. I am loving the Hobonichi Weeks planner. It has been so fun to do weekly layouts. I'm tracking different things. I'm tracking my steps in the yearly layout. I am using the months to just kind of write out our activities. And then I'm really enjoying doing the weekly spreads, tracking just kind of like our days, our meals. This has been really fun for me to sit and do on Sunday evenings. And then I also am tracking my books that I'm reading for the year, and I'm printing out the little book covers to keep track of the books. I saw somebody doing that here on TikTok, and I just loved the look of it. And so I am copying that. I am loving the weeks. It has probably been one of my favorite planners that I have used, like physical planners that I've ever used. So I'm probably going to get another one next year, but so far I'm loving her. Okay, so inside my Paper Republic, these are the notebooks that I actually have in here on the little ribbons. I have my beautiful horse picture. The first notebook is the planner that came from Paper Republic, and I wasn't sure how I was going to use that, but I am using it. I'm tracking a word of the day in the yearly spread. And then in the weekly spread, this is what I'm doing so far. I am using the blank, like dotted side for content planning. And then on the dated side, I'm writing the definition of my word of the day. So that's how I'm using it so far, and it's working for me, and I love it. And then I just got these cardboard notebooks off of Amazon. They're the grid style. And I'm just using this kind of as like a daily brain dump. Anything that comes to mind that I want to write down has been just going on these pages. And I've been loving that, just to have a place to dump my thoughts or dump ideas or things that are going through my mind. That's been what's going here. And then I have another one that I'm using for like business stuff. And then in the back, I have had this little notebook for probably over a year. I have always loved to draw and do art, but I never thought of myself as an artist. I really wanted in 2026 to do like a doodle of the day, or just to really like push myself to actually like draw and do art a little bit more. And so I put this little notebook. I had bought this notebook for that purpose like over a year ago, and then just never really did anything with it. So I've had the desire for a long time to pick up pen and paper. So I just started doing some doodles in the notebook. Again, I am not like a big artist, but I do like to doodle. And so I've just been doing like little doodles a day with a pencil. I felt like doing marker the other day and I did that. And so it's kind of just been fun to be creative and just sketch out some things. So that is how I am using this beautiful notebook. I also find that when things are pretty, I tend to want to pick them up and actually use them more. And so having the beautiful leather journal from Paper Republic, the Hobonichi Weeks is so beautiful and fun to use. And then of course, you cannot forget about the tools that you're using. So my fountain pens, I love a good micron pen. Those are my favorite. And then of course, I have been loving all of the Tombow dual brush markers. They just make journaling and planning so fun. And so my encouragement to you is you don't have to copy what everybody else is doing. You can take inspiration from it. Obviously, I did. I fell down the journal planner hole and definitely copied a lot of people because what I saw they were using was just beautiful, and it encouraged me to pick up pen and paper again. So take inspiration, but find what works for you. Like if you find, you don't want 6 journals, don't do that. That might make it more difficult for you to keep up with pen and paper and a journal. But do what works for you. Take inspiration from all of us that you're seeing here on TikTok. Buy the pretty things, buy the leather journal, buy the beautiful pens. I promise you, it makes actually using them so much more just real for me. And I'm more inspired to literally pick this up every single day. I have written in my planner and my journals daily since I got all of this stuff, and I'm excited. Like I wake up in the morning excited to pick these up, to pick up the pens and to write in them. So find what works for you and start writing again. Pick up the pen, pick up the paper, and journal. I think you will find great enjoyment in it. And who knows, you might discover things about yourself that have been hidden for a while.